Well, hello guys, and welcome back to an interesting battle. Tonight we are doing Gandalf the Grey versus Obi-Wan Kenobi, and we will be including these two characters in their primes. Just joking, guys. There's no rules to this battle. But in this video, we will discuss their strengths and weaknesses and find out who would win in a fight. But let's talk about Gandalf the Grey to begin this battle. Now, as I said before, since we did put Gandalf up against Darth Vader in my couple of last videos, we will just be examining the rest of his things like last video. As we know, Gandalf the Grey is at least
Your dogs are peeing out here.
That's not great. Gandalf the Grey, as I was saying, Gandalf the Grey is 2,000 years old and has tons of battle experience against other foes. But as we said, he did fight Darth Vader in one of our videos. But now, things will be a little different. He is facing Obi-Wan Kenobi this time. Gandalf the Grey is exceptionally very skilled with magic and has enhanced skill with a blade and sword. It is now known that Gandalf the Grey, as we all know, he can summon shields to protect himself from many attacks, and he can also cast magic spells against his opponents. He can also summon lightning from the skies and a fiery blade for his sword to make it do just as much damage to each other pros, which is how he was capable of defeating and winning a fight between the Balrog. Gandalf the Grey, as I said, also has the ability to sense evil presences. Basically, like Obi-Wan Kenobi, he can sense evil presences by touching things. He's also a highly capable tactician, capable of solving problems, and also has the ability of telekinesis with his staff. However, it should be put in mind that he does have some weak spots. Without his staff, he cannot form any known magic against his enemies, and while he is still skilled with a sword, he tends to use both his sword and his staff as both a weapon, both defensively and offensively. While yes, he is capable of doing such amazing feats, he is still may not be as strong with his staff. Now, Gandalf the Grey also is highly skilled on riding on horseback. This is also useful when charging to opponents straight on. He's also highly capable of fighting off dragons, trolls, even Saruman the White. He has equal power to to even the best of wizards, and being the second most powerful list, he is exceptionally very powerful. Although there are some weak spots, he is not as fast as he once was, and even without his staff, he cannot grant any magical powers. Now let's go on to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, let's talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi is highly skilled with a blade, a lightsaber combat, and with the Force. He has many abilities with the Force and with a lightsaber. But let's talk about his skill with a blade first. Obi-Wan Kenobi prefers to use the third form of lightsaber dueling. This is a defensive form known as Risu. At least, I think that's what it's called, Risu. This form allows him to block any attacks from his opponents. He also he is not as skilled as his master with the fourth form. A fourth form is an aggressive lightsaber dueling against aggressive duelist. Now, he is one of the most notable balanced Force users. Having trust with the Force, this is having trust with the Force, he is capable of defeating General Grievous in a duel. What is that? Capable of defeating General Grievous in a duel, including many others. Even at old age, during the Empire, he was capable of holding his own up against Darth Vader and Darth Maul, defeating Darth Maul. Obi-Wan Kenobi is also a highly skilled acrobatic. He is capable of doing flips and backflips and many other moves to dodge his enemy attacks. He is as well extraordinarily fast. He keeps up equal speed with both his Padawan Anakin Skywalker and even General Grievous. He's capable of going toe-to-toe with even much more experienced Sith Lords, whether it be Darth Maul and even Count Dooku himself. Although he did lose, he still had up a good fight with Count Dooku. Obi-Wan Kenobi also has skill with the Force. Now, he is not as powerful as Anakin, not as skilled as Mace Windu, but he is very skilled with the Force and quite powerful. As we see with his fight with Anakin Skywalker, he is capable of having as equal power of the Force with his own Padawan, Anakin Skywalker, who Anakin Skywalker is the most powerful Force user. He is so skilled with Force. Obi-Wan Kenobi is capable of moving buildings with his mind and capable of taking mass abuse and punishment. He also can use the Force to augment his physical abilities to dodging blaster bolts and lightsabers. And since he is as well very agile, he can dodge many of the blaster bolts and can easily outthink his opponents. He's also highly skilled with quick thinking. He's also very intelligent. This is how he's also able to, well, plan out his attacks before he just jumps in, like Anakin Skywalker. However, he does have some downfalls. Obi-Wan Kenobi can be, although during his fight counter Dooku, he was overwhelmed because he was not as being counter maneuvered. He's also not as experienced and not as experienced with a blade as much as Gandalf the Grey. So Gandalf will have much, but he does have a lot of oversights, being way more faster than Gandalf, having way more skill at training and fighting and defeating probably far more powerful foes even at young age. So overall, Obi-Wan Kenobi is highly skillful blade, has superhuman telekinesis powers, trust in the Force, an expert duelist, but lack of experience and not cannot take as much powerful foes as Gandalf can. But with all this said, let's decide a victor. Comparing these two great duelists and super telekinesis beings, which one of these characters is far more powerful? Now, in terms of speed, agility, and endurance, Gandalf cannot achieve all of these. Obi-Wan Kenobi rivals him over endurance, agility, and speed. Gandalf is not known as being very fast with a blade. He, however, is more skilled and more experienced. Obi-Wan, as I said, is an expert at the third and fourth form of lightsaber dueling. He was capable of taking down both Darth Maul, Grievous, and including Anakin Skywalker himself. But Gandalf is far more powerful with magic. He is not, however, as skilled in telekinesis than Master Obi-Wan. He can sense weaknesses, read into the future, and decide why this person is here. For this factor, Gandalf may be powerful and maybe a stronger, but Obi-Wan is far more clever, can outsmart Gandalf easily, read into the future, have telekinesis powers, and this outweighs Gandalf. So for this winning factor, Obi-Wan Kenobi wins this fight.